This is Alex Perez with TequilaAficionado.com, and I have the distinct pleasure of speaking with Bertha Gonzalez Nieves, co-founder and CEO of Casa Dragones Tequila. She is in her office in New York on video, and I am in Southern California on the phone. How are you, Bertha?
Great, Alex. Very excited to be talking to you.
Likewise. We finally get a chance to connect again after our first meeting in Los Angeles or in Hollywood. And we're going to have an opportunity to talk a little bit more about Casa Dragones. You're going to be able to take us through a kata that we'll actually be able to show on video, which is very informative and very educational also. But I'd like to ask you, Bertha, what was the inspiration behind the making of Casa Dragones?
Well, the inspiration behind Casa Dragones, me and my business partner, Bob Pittman, wanted to produce a tequila that actually was pushing the boundaries of what has been done before. So we set out on a quest of delivering a true sipping tequila, and we actually had the agreement that if we were not able to deliver it, that we would abandon our project. So in this quest, we actually found that I think that was how we began, and that was the inspiration, and produce a tequila that was truly going to expand the repertoire of offerings out there and offer something that's very unique within our industry. And that's how we got started.
Excellent. Now, there obviously are five different tequila designations according to the laws, and Casa Dragones is considered a joven tequila, correct?
That's correct. There's five official classifications of tequila within our appellation of origin, which is blanco, joven, reposado, añejo, y extrañejo. Or in English is, I know that for all of you tequila aficionados, I don't have to translate, but those are the five official classifications. And what took us to this very specific and unique offering is Casa Dragones is a joven tequila. We're a company that focuses in producing only one style of tequila, which is rare in our industry. And it's a joven style that you can see, in our bottle, and in our label. And that is the result of blending white tequila with a hint of extra aged tequila.
Now, obviously, this is very different from what a typical joven or gold tequila is, because typically when you consider a joven tequila a mixto tequila, but obviously this is 100% agave tequila.
Yes. The joven style is much more explored in mixto than in 100% agave, and that's what makes these products a very unique offering within 100% agave.
Now, Bertha, what's involved in the process of making Casa Dragones? Because obviously, it's not gold in color, so it's not a typical joven. So what's involved, especially after you put in the extra aged tequila in there?
I think the best way to answer that question, Alex, is to take you through a tasting, and then talk to you a little bit more about our process.
Fantastic.
So I'm using the Riedel Overture tequila glass. That's the official glass that we use in professional tastings. And the first thing that it does have the shape, the perfect shape to be able to appreciate and judge the clarity, the color, the body, the aroma, the taste, and the aftertaste, which is what we're looking for when we're appreciating or tasting tequila. So the first thing that I'm going to bring to your attention is that we have impeccable clarity. You can raise your glass for those of you that are at home, and if you have a white tablecloth or a white piece of paper, you can actually put it behind your glass and look at it to the light and see that we're very proud of our clarity and of our color. It's a pronounced platinum hue that has a shine that we're very proud of. And if you look at the walls of the glass, you're going to see how we have long and pronounced legs that translates into a silky body that we believe enhances the whole experience of taste.
No, I agree with you. Actually, I've poured myself a little bit, so you're not by yourself.
Good. I'm glad you're doing that.
I do see the clarity in there and the pronounced legs.
So we're going to divide the glass into 3 sections. We're going to divide the glass into the lower section, the middle section, and the top section. And through this aroma tasting we're going to do, I'm going to be able to tell you a little bit more about our product. So before we begin, I'm going to ask you to please smell the back of your hands, to come back into a neutral place, and please position your nose delicately in the lower part of the glass.
Okay.
The first aroma you're going to experience is a very sweet aroma. Agave azul tequilana Weber is a very sweet plant by nature, and in our case in particular, our agave comes from the Tequila region, and we are right at the heart of the transvolcanic belt. There was a volcanic eruption a long time ago there, and in our fields we have obsidian and onyx rock, which actually I can show you, have a sample here, which is a very beautiful volcanic rock that is full of minerals like silicium, like potassium, like phosphorus, like many others that enrich the terroir or the soil, and obviously influences the richness of our plants. And because we're not a mass producer, we're a small batch distiller. For us, it's all about selecting one plant at a time, and really taking meticulous attention to detail in our production process. We're actually cut the heart of the plant as close as possible to the heart, and then the heart we cut it in small pieces, and then actually extract the juice before we actually cook the heart of the plant, which is more traditional in our industry. We're extracting the actual juices before we cook. So we believe that also creates a very different approach to what we're trying to deliver here. So that gives you a little bit of information of our agaves. Now we're going to go to the center of the glass. So if you can please smell the back of your hand one more time, and position your nose right at the center. So you're going to notice that there is a much more pronounced experience than in the bottom of the glass, and you're going to notice that it's a very citrus aroma. It's like peeling an orange. The orange peel perfume is very similar to that center of the glass, and that comes from the distillation process. We're using a distillation process much more commonly used in vodka than in tequila. It's by column stills.
So in column stills.
The column has multiple types of distillation, which actually enables us to deliver a very clean style of tequila. So, and you will notice when you try it, what we mean by clean style of tequila is we're trying to bring forward all the very identifiable aromas and flavors from the agave plant. As you know, Alex, there is a wide diversity of aromas and flavors cataloged in the tequila industry, and we're trying to actually emphasize them in this product. So now we're going to go to the top part of the glass, and please smell the back of your hand one more time. Incline the glass as much as you possibly can, and let the aroma come to you. Be patient, because this part is less pronounced than the other 2 sections, but hopefully you're going to be able to identify some white pepper notes or some wooden notes. Casa Dragones is a white tequila with a hint of extra aged tequila. It's a blend. We're using American white oak barrels that have never been used before for anything else, for any other spirits, because we wanted to get the purest notes of the agave that has not, any influence of any other spirits. So it's so that's what actually makes us a whole tequila, and hopefully that will be, this way of tasting, dividing the glass into 3 sections, will give you more insight into our product. As mentioned previously, we believe in the power of focus, and we only do one style of tequila. So we're going to now drink it, Alex. Thank you for your patience.
No, thank you.
The first sip is going to prepare your palate, and then the second sip is going to enable you to savor the product.
Now, between those 2 sips there, I do get the citrus notes and the floral notes and a lot of roasted agave, which kind of plays tricks on your mind because you're not tasting an aged looking tequila because it's a clear, pristine tequila.
Yes, we actually do a blend, and then we filter. So any of the notes of the color that would come from the extrañejo, we take them out in the final process. And basically it's a white tequila with a hint of extra aged tequila, so it's a touch of extra aged, and we wanted to make sure that we conserve this very beautiful shine that we believe is transmitting more of the actual expected flavor from the product, for a sipping tequila.
Now, is the extra aged tequila that you're using, is that your own Casa Dragones, or is that another brand that you're imparting?
No, I mean, this is all specifically for Casa Dragones. So we are, that's why we believe in doing one thing only.
Very good. Okay,
so,
my palate's ready.
So did you take your 2 sips?
Yes.
Okay. So in our packaging, we have a small booklet that has more information on our product. But very importantly, we got together with Academia Mexicana de Catadores de Tequila, or better known in English is Mexican Academy of Tequila Tasters, to invite some of the most well-known palates in Mexico to get together with us to write our tasting notes. And our tasting notes are also on our website in www.casadragones.com. And the first thing to conclude in terms of our aroma, it's fresh and inviting, with subtle citrus and floral notes, with notes of sweet roasted agave. I don't know, Alex, if you agree with us or you want to add anything to that.
No, I do agree with the tasting notes. I find actually quite a bit of vanilla in my palate this morning.
The way that we describe the taste is soft and smooth, with hints of vanilla and spiced undertones, balanced with delicate notes of pear.
I actually get a lot of spice. That's obviously,
yes,
from the Blanco.
Both from the Blanco and from the extrañejo. And the finish is a clean, warm finish with hints of hazelnut and a bright, open aftertaste. So what we're trying to deliver in this tequila is a tequila that is a very smooth experience. But by smooth, we don't mean something that doesn't have flavor. We mean something that has a very balanced experience in flavor. So as you're drinking Casa Dragones, it unfolds a richness of aromas and flavors that's why we call it a sipping tequila. This product is meant to be drunk without any chaser, no lime, no salt, no lemon, and certainly not to be mixed. We believe that we work really hard so that then the only thing that you need to do is actually pour it and enjoy. We also recommend the product on the rocks. We don't recommend for to put a lot of ice on it, but 1 or 2 ice cubes would be ideal so that you can actually enjoy the product and you're not chasing spirits. And that's a summary of our tasting notes. And I would love to hear, Alex, if you have any other notes that you want to talk about.
No, I agree. It does have a nice, clean, warm, long finish. I'm actually surprised with the nice structure. It's got some really good structure for being a joven. It's very bright. It does have, and my finish is still in my mouth. It's very enjoyable. I actually did try the tequila with some people that I wanted to share this with. Some that are in the tequila industry, and others that have no experience whatsoever, and both sides really enjoyed it. I was able to test it that way.
Great. Well, that's the idea, to obviously people that are in the industry and are tequila lovers. We love that they enjoy the product, obviously, and if this product can also bring new people into the category, that's great. As you know, in our industry or in any other spirits in the category, it's all about having a tequila repertoire. So you have your favorite blanco, your favorite joven, your favorite reposado. It's about having a repertoire that you go to for different reasons. And hopefully, what we're trying to do with Casa Dragones is deliver a very unique experience and unique offering so that consumers out there can expand their repertoire.
Very good. Now I see that on the bottle and on the box, you do say that it is a sipping tequila. You make that clear. How are you educating the public on fine sipping tequila? Because obviously tequila has somewhat of a bad reputation. How is Casa Dragones educating?
Well, I mean, very similar to what we're doing right now. I mean, we educate everywhere we go. It's about sharing, our approach to tequila, and it's about people that are curious about our industry. This is what we do. We want more people to know that tequila is a very sophisticated spirit, and that's what we put in our packaging. If you look at our box. It says sipping tequila. Our label says sipping tequila, and it's important for us to be able to communicate that tequila is it has a wide diversity of styles that are for different things, and for us it's one bottle at a time. We're educating people. We're sharing with people how this very particular style of tequila should be drunk. And also, I mean, what we're trying to do here is also sell, both in Mexico and out of Mexico, we're trying to sell Mexican craftsmanship. That's why we've decided to produce, we are a small batch producer. For our first production, we only produced 1,000 cases for Mexico and the U.S. And we will grow as we move forward, but we're not a mass producer, so for us, it's one bottle at a time. That's why we are hand numbering every label and and signing and approving every label individually. We have Benjamin Garcia and myself, and we're two maestros tequileros, so we both have the same initials, so we're the only people that actually approve every label. And we're also this is a apothecary bottle. In home it's an apothecary bottle of when you used to go to a pharmacy in that era, they used to produce something very specifically for you. And just in homage of that's why we chose this style of bottle, but, brought it to the modern day. And we're hand engraving every bottle individually. So this is a traditional Mexican technique called Bertha. And you can see in the bottom of the bottle, you can see we did a homage to the agave plant. And that we believe by hand engraving every bottle individually, we're transmitting our meticulous attention to detail that we have in the production process.
It is a beautiful package. I have to commend you on that, and a beautiful bottle. Now, Bertha, how do you feel Casa Dragones is priced compared to other brands? Casa Dragones is priced right in the $250+ range. How do you feel that compares to other brands in that category?
This is a price point that has existed for a very long time, and there's a lot of great products at that price point. So it compares well with other brands in that price point. The difference is that we're a small batch producer, so with all the other offerings in that price point. So we don't have brands in any other price points. So that the reaction in the marketplace has been positive. We do have limited distribution. We have a limited edition production, so we're not sold everywhere. But if you're curious and you're interested in our product, you can go to our website. There's a where to buy section, and you can find retailers that distribute our product nationally, like Wally's, Astor Wine, and spirits, Park Avenue Liquors, Mellon Rose. I mean, there's a diversity of retailers that actually ship everywhere. And we're opening our distribution as we go. And in Mexico, we're sold in La Europea. Hopefully, we'll expand our reach as we move forward.
Very good. So it is considered a luxury tequila. Now, how do you?
It is.
Yes. Now, what do you feel? Changing topics here a little bit. What do you feel is the role of women in tequila? You being a woman, you being co-founder and CEO of Casa Dragones, you being one of the first women ever to be accredited the Maestra Tequilera by the Academia Mexicana de Catadores de Tequila, which is, I would imagine, equivalent to a sommelier in the wine industry. How do you feel it's the woman's role is in tequila?
I mean, I think that hopefully there will be many more women in the industry. I think it's not about male role or women's role. I think together we have a common thread, which is to protect our appellation of origin and to actually continue to develop our category into a very sophisticated category that is also a category that actually participates very much in the definition of the image of Mexico. So more than women or men, I do have joked with all my mentors that almost I had to grow a mustache for them to accept me in the industry. But jokes aside, it's really not about male or female. It's about the passion that we have for this industry and about how much further can we push our industry to a better place and to a more sophisticated place and to explore areas that we haven't explored. I don't approach the industry from a female point of view. I approach the industry from a passion point of view. So that would be my comment for other women that come into the industry, is to not get discouraged by the fact that there's not many women in the industry, because it's really not about that. It's about the passion that they feel for the industry, and that's what should be reflected in everything that they do.
Now, what difficulties have you come across as a woman in the tequila industry?
I think that sometimes it's just the perception of just you're a woman, so probably thinking that I'm not going to be taken that seriously or things like that. But honestly, since I started in this industry, I put my passion forward, and I had the chance to create relationships with some of the most incredible palates and knowledgeable people in the industry that were always very open to receive me, to share with me the wealth, to become my mentors. So in my particular case, I only have good experiences, and hopefully that will be something that that will encourage other women to come into the industry and don't be discouraged. That yes, it's a very male-driven industry, but I think that knowledge and passion are always more powerful than female or male. That really, I don't feel that really applies.
Very good. Let me change it up for a little bit. Vamos a hablar en español.
Okay.
¿Está bien? ¿Qué fue? Perfecto. ¿Cómo fue que te interesaste en la industria tequilera? ¿Te gustó el tequila al principio o fue un familiar que te introdujo? ¿Cómo fue que te interesó el tequila?
Pues mira, la primera vez que yo me tomé una copita de tequila, me la tomé con mi abuelita. Y obviamente desde ahí me encantó. Y tuve la oportunidad de representar a México como joven embajadora de México en Japón en uno de los programas más innovadores que patrocina el gobierno de Japón. Y como parte de este entrenamiento, aparte de aprender a bailar el jarabe tapatío y nuestras finanzas y nuestra economía y muchas otras cosas más, tuve la oportunidad de visitar algunas de las destilerías más sofisticadas en la industria. Y la primera vez que fui a un campo de agave, realmente me flechó Cupido. Y me quedé completamente enamorada e impresionada del arte de producir tequila, tanto de la belleza de los campos de agave como el trabajo profesional de los cimadores, como el proceso de transformación de una planta a una planta que se extrae trae jugos, se fermenta, se destila, o sea, realmente me quedé maravillada. Pero no tenía ninguna relación en la industria ni nada, entonces como que se quedó como un amor platónico que tenía yo que ver la forma de cómo iba a entrar en la industria. Y pasaron los años después de irme a representar a México en Japón, y este proyecto muy muy interesante que me permitió ver un poco también cómo la gente ve a nuestro país desde fuera, desde muy joven. Estaba haciendo una maestría en el extranjero, en Estados Unidos, y me enteré que Cuervo andaba buscando gente que estaba especializada en el área de mercadotecnia, y pues ahora sí que me puse mi mejor traje y fue a la entrevista y entré en la industria tequilera.
Excelente. Ahora, ¿qué fue lo que te inspiró a que fueras a perseguir el título de maestra o maestro tequilero?
Soy honesta, todo empezó en realidad, cuando yo empecé, lo único que quería era aprender, preguntar, ganarme un asiento en la silla de los mejores catadores, investigar, empaparme de todo lo que pudiera empaparme de la industria, y conforme fue pasando el tiempo, me empecé a ganar un lugar en la mesa, me empecé a ganar un lugar con el punto de vista, y después de 10 años, me volteé hacia atrás y dije, bueno, ¿y por qué no aplicar para tener el título de maestra tequilera? O sea, como que fue una cuestión, no salí desde el principio pensando quiero ser maestra tequilera, yo quería ser experta en tequila, y después de 10 años volteé hacia atrás y dije, pues debería yo de aplicar para poder tener el título de maestra tequilera, y así fue. Mi motivación fue tener el diploma más alto de la industria para seguir, tener una fundación muy importante académica y de preparación para poder formar parte de esta industria de la forma más formal y más educada posible.
¿Y lo has logrado?
Pues sí, en eso andamos, Alex, en eso andamos. Todos los días seguimos aprendiendo cosas nuevas, ¿eh?
Bueno, yo siempre digo que soy un estudiante de los espíritus de México por vida.
Pues sí, en eso tenemos una pasión en común. Y una cosa muy bonita de México es que si viajas por las regiones de México hay un espíritu innovador en cuanto a las bebidas alcohólicas en México. Hay mucha innovación, hay muchos tipos de diferentes bebidas que conforme vayan pasando los años, ojalá que muchas de ellas se sigan convirtiendo en bebidas que se pueden comercializar alrededor del mundo. Y como punta de lanza pues tenemos al tequila, ¿no?
Sí. Excelente. Bueno, deberían estar bien orgullosos de Casa Dragones. Es una marca muy buena. Me encanta el tequila. And I'll switch back to English here. I want to thank Bertha Gonzalez Nieves for spending some time with Tequila Aficionado. Bertha, I think you and your team at Casa Dragones have an excellent tequila. I highly recommend it. It's at a higher price point, but obviously you get what you pay for. So if you have the ability to spend or give it as a gift, I'm sure it will be well received. But thank you, Bertha. I appreciate you spending some time with us, and I wish you much success with Casa Dragones.
Pues muchas gracias, Alex. Aquí estamos. We're here. I'm glad to thank you for your time and for the being interested in our product, Casa Dragones, and let's get together soon. Take more tequila.
Very good. Thank you, Bertha. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Cheers.